Good evening and welcome to the Minions of the Zoo Saturday edition. I'm your host and keeper of the Harry channel, and with me tonight are Minions 4, Sora Luna.
Hello, sorry, I'll be in and out of mute.
Okay.
But I am here, I can hear you.
Totally understand. SkepTok.
Hey everybody.
Serenity Star 13.
Hello.
And Master Chief, aka DrFunctional.
It's not Master Chief, it's a Space Marine.
I know.
Clod.
I know. It's so funny.
It's
You ignoramus.
Seamus, whatever that was called.
I told you that I love forgetting the names of things, and then sometimes I'll come up with a funnier substitute.
Yeah. Shemp.
Well, no, it was
Not just Shemp.
It was the time when I was trying to remember the name of Sonic the Hedgehog, but I couldn't remember it, so I called him Turbo the Rolling Ferret, and that's just seems like a better name for him. I always like coming up with new names for things.
That's what I call Kefki.
That's what you call.
I was gonna say that fits Kefki more than it fits Sonic.
Turbo the Rolling Ferret.
Yeah, she talks fast enough. If she walks half as fast as she talks, we're in trouble.
She can get to that barbecue place you're always telling her about.
No, I think she's trying to preserve her own sanity and not listening to me about it anymore. I do still have my alt account, which is what was it? Interstate Barbecue Appreciation Society.
There you go.
That used to be Sunfish Are Terrible.
Mm-hmm. And like before that, it was Pluto was something.
Pluto is not a planet was the other one.
It was, yeah.
I change it depending on who it is I want to message.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great channel of various identities. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little, well, it's good to have an alt, right? It's not really much of an alt if I tell everybody what it is. Oh, well. Anyway, DrFunctional, regale us with the news of air quality and other issues.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I always talk like my country's on fire, and it literally was on fire this week. Shared some interesting photos of the sky being orange and living in an old movie filter.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
You had lots of dramatics over there.
Yeah. I went to the gym and was like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is not exactly out of the realm of possibility, but it's a thing. And when I got home, I found out that there was huge fires in like 170 something wildfires in northern Ontario, and it was bad. They've already, last I checked, there were some 24 that were deemed intentional set fires, not just normal northern, wildfires, which happens.
Mm-hmm.
The smoke was so bad it started going into your country and getting all crazy. And
yeah, my customers I have some customers in Detroit, the greater Detroit area, and I was in a chat room with them, and they were talking about how the air quality index was over 500. And so I took a copy of a picture somebody took in San Francisco in 2020 when everything here was on fire and the air was all screwed up of, this is fine, dog, under the orange sky. I said, here, you can, this is yours now. This can be yours. No, over 500 is terrible. That's when you discover just how bad the ceiling is around your windows. Like, you think you've got your weather stripping and stuff sorted out until you realize that no.
You don't.
You don't. Because your house smells like an ashtray and you've got 3 air cleaners going full blast and it just doesn't matter. Are you actually okay? I mean, is your place pretty sealed up?
Mine?
Yeah, you.
No, I was fine. I thought the air quality was fine.
Oh, okay.
See, here's the thing. When they give you an air quality, advisory, they don't differentiate because they can't really accurately measure these things, what the particulates are in the air. So it could be anything from carbon and water to heavy metals, and you don't know.
Well, they do. They can differentiate those things. I know they do here. I don't know what kind of monitoring you guys have up there, though.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's finding out exactly what kind of metals and shit are in the air. That takes a little bit longer, right? But for instance, they can say, you know, here's the number of particles of a given size, and that kind of stuff you find out like right away. So there's the small stuff that will go right through those filters. You know, the ones that supposedly stopped COVID but didn't. Yeah, it just goes straight through those damn things. So I was just concerned. I don't know what it's like in Toronto. Like, is it okay inside your house, or is it like a big ashtray?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it smells like cooked steak all the time.
Oh, you poor baby.
Like, that's what the smell of smoke is in my apartment. But it's,
Do you have a balcony or something?
oh yeah.
Okay.
You know, I took caution. I was worried about the cats and all that stuff, but they seemed fine.
Okay.
Well, cat.
Okay. Good. Well, let's see. I don't want you to feel like you're being interrogated. Is there anything else that you wanted to share?
It's been such a busy week, but yeah, I shared you guys a picture. I built I printed off a 3-foot-long Normandy SR2. Normandy is the ship from the Mass Effect series of Vidya Games, and this thing is a beast. It weighs like next to nothing because this is an FDM print. It's not
can I
resin,
show
it's
it?
not solid. Yeah, you can show it. And it's about when it's finished, it'll be about 2.5 feet, 3 feet long.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. And the SR2 is the better one.
Yeah, that's the bottom. That hole there is where the flight stand is going to go. And I didn't print off a stand for it, so I'm trying to figure out. I'm probably going to do some sort of clear. That's the just unassembled pieces all together. I mean, all in the bucket. And then that's the fuselage that I've built so far. And I don't know what to do. I know the mechanics of it. There's going to be a clear acrylic rod that'll hold it in place on some kind of base. And my initial thought is, I'm going to have it dive bombing like a Reaper. But for scale, a Reaper would probably be about 8 feet tall.
Yeah,
and that's not going to fit in my apartment.
No.
So I want something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something that, you know, just a piece of art that I'm making for myself, not for a client, not for anything like that, and just hang it up or post it somewhere in my apartment as a piece of art.
Sweet.
I got it because it's FDM. There's a lot of layer lines, and so I need to get a special primer that's going to fill in that, called a filler primer, and then it's off to the races with some paint. What was your question?
You
Very
need to
cool.
need to recreate Shepard's ship wall from the cabin, and just start putting all of them.
Well, it's got holes.
Yeah.
It on the mesh of the back end of the engines and the side of the fuselage where the cabin windows are. It's got holes. So I was thinking, maybe I'll put some LEDs in it, but it's too much of a hassle to get it to really glow for the engine. So I'm like, if I can't go all in on the LEDs, I'm just gonna replicate with paint. So it'll look like it's glowing, but it'll be all 2-dimensional, all paint. And that's something that, I mean, you guys have seen some of my work. Like, I'm really good with the glowy effects, and I love doing the glowy effects. So we'll just do it like that.
Okay.
Oh, USNC. That's Halo, Harry. You're a wizard, Gandalf.
Okay. Sorry. it takes a long time for me to get tired of a joke.
I'm at this point, just ignore him.
Yeah.
Off to Starfleet Academy with you, Harry.
God, no.
Where you'll be a wizard.
Or Tignataro is going to be my instructor. No.
Oh, that's what you should do. That's what you should do, Functional. You should, whichever one of yours is the favorite version of the Enterprise, you should do your version of the Enterprise and have them fight each other. like a mock battle, like have it hanging.
Oh. You know what, though? It might be, if I could get the collector ship was huge, too.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like every ship that's not the Normandy in the Mass Effect
huge
universe
because
is
it's
gigantic.
It's a small escort, whereas like everything in the Mass Effect world is basically capital ships or shuttles.
Yeah.
Because they do it right. I mean, they did do naval combat in space right, in treating it like naval combat you would in the seas, where things are very long range, and the winner is going to be the people who can bring more firepower in a gun line to bear to just blanket the entire area of space where your enemy ships are, like the Expanse does, long range combat. Like the notion of fighters in space that Star Wars popularized and Battlestar Galactica, that's not really feasible. You could shoot all of those down, all those fighters down before they get even close to a capital ship.
Mhm.
Well, to be fair, Mass Effect did have species that did have those type of ships.
Fighters,
though.
yeah.
There was the Turians, but the Turians were much different, and they didn't use them the same way. They were used for surface. They were used for air to surface, not ship to ship. So it's a different. Anyway, sorry, we're geeking.
Yeah. But since you're talking, Serenity, how are you doing?
Yo, I'm good.
You're good?
We had like 1 day of bad air quality, and then down here it's like been nothing but good because all the trees went fuck you and just
The days after it's beautiful right now.
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain because the smoke has made rain clouds. So
Yeah.
we have some flooding down here, but that's about the extent of
So
the bad stuff. Yeah.
Did you guys see the thumbnail?
The poop? Yes.
I don't know who Taylor is, but
Taylor Farms. We'll get to it in a little bit after we introduce everybody. If we say hi to everybody, but yeah, I kind of like this. I was trying to figure out what to write off to the side, and usually I actually make an effort, and I decided, nah, we'll just go straight for the sorry about the explosive diarrhea headline. This is where the tainted lettuce came from. But we'll get back to that.
It's where the tainted lettuce always comes from. It's always Taylor Farms.
Okay,
every time.
Is it actually?
We'll get to this. I'm not going to slander Taylor Farms.
I am. Their kids.
Those people are close enough to me that they could walk over here and kick my ass. I'm not going.
They're not near me. I'll slander them here to Albuquerque. I'll do it.
Anyway, enough about Taylor Farms and diarrhea. Anything that you'd like to mention before we start the show?
Anyway, not really.
Okay.
Not really a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's mostly just it's been raining like son of a gun. The youngest dog in the family is terrified of thunder. The other ones are either too stupid or too deaf to understand what's going on. So I've been dealing with him. When he won't eat, that's when I know he's scared. He's just like, I don't want to eat. It's like, you're fine. If no offense, bud, I don't know why you're hanging near me and mom, because when it comes right down to it, if it gets you, it's getting us.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what you think being near us is gonna do, but all right. What else?
There's a story about this. God, I can't remember what it is. He was foreign, and he actually brought an interpreter with him, and he was a pilot. He had been a pilot. I think he's like Turkish or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. He brought his interpreter with him. And he wanted to get certified on like a small plane, like a Cessna, and he actually went to a training facility in the U.S. and they did the whole thing. They went through the whole training exercise, and as he was about to land, another plane outside lost control on takeoff and then careened out of control and crashed into the building with the simulator in it. And so the people in the plane died, the people in the simulator died, and it was like right as he was trying to land his Cessna in the simulator that all these people died. He's probably the first person that's ever died practicing a landing in a simulator on a Cessna. I think if you're looking for ironic, that might be the best example I can come up with.
And sad.
It's very well, sad. It is very sad. I didn't say it was a fun story. It's just amazing. He's like, I got this, all these hours, I'm landing this Cessna, and then I'm just trying to imagine what thought was going through his head about the level of realism of that simulator.
Like, why is this so realistic? Boom, and then just
because it was one of those where the simulator moves and does the whole thing. Yeah, perhaps a tad too realistic if you can actually die in the simulator.
It's just a tiny bit.
Let's dial the realism from 11 back down to say 2.
How about we calm down?
Yeah, just don't do a barrel roll in the simulator.
Take it back.
It'll be fine.
Take it back down.
Okay, so we should say hi to Sora.
Yeah.
Hello.
I wasn't sure if you were in or out, but that's okay. We're just happy that you made it. And you actually sound okay at the moment, so that's good.
Now.
For now.
I was going to say, let's see how much the
anything new and exciting with you before we start?
Yes, the boy graduated from physio. He got a certificate and everything.
Yay!
He graduated from rehab.
Is he safe to actually move on his own, and you don't have to be like,
Yes.
"Ada!"
Yes, but he can never have anything around his neck ever again.
Mm.
So like instead of a regular leash, he just has a harness. So we have like a proper harness for him. We got one that's quite nice. We took it there and they fitted it. So
Oh, the
that's
poor
very exciting. Yeah.
baby.
You got him like a
And he
gentle
loves-
leader harness type thing?
No, he can't have anything on the face.
Oh, nothing on the face. Okay.
Nothing on the neck, head, anything that could be potentially do something to the spinal column.
Oh,
It
the
has to
gentle
be-
leader is like on the, it
The
would go over
gentle
the
leader is
shoulders.
a-
It's too much. Yeah.
I don't know what you're thinking of gentle leader, because what I know as gentle leader goes around the muzzle.
Oh, no.
but
I'm not
on
talking
the-
about that at all. No.
He's talking about something that's like a harness that's almost like a little shirt with no sleeves.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's like something that
Yes,
Scott Wiener would
exactly,
wear,
yeah.
except he wouldn't have a shirt on or
'Cause,
fur.
I know gentle leader here is the
Base one.
thing.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
yeah, no, nothing like that. But hey, he's okay. That's the important thing. And this does also mean that never have to wear an Elizabethan collar.
I know.
Yeah.
He never really wore those ever, even when the vet said, "Oh,
no,
they should."
no dog ever does. No dog ever does. That's the hoax of Elizabethan collars. Everybody, they wear them home. They take them off, and nobody ever puts them back on.
I know people who make the dogs wear them. Several people. About the only thing more miserable looking than a dog wearing one of those collars is a cat getting a bath.
Oh, I
But
know.
you got to bathe that kitty every once in a while. You got to do it.
Got to give it a
Do
little
it.
scrub.
Really important.
Rub dub
Right.
dub.
Well, joking aside, you do. When they're
Yeah.
older,
She's
a lot of them,
right.
if they're long hairs, if they're
Yeah.
long haired, you have to bathe them
Prone
because they
to
just
skin infections like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
yes, and you gotta.
Hey, wait
brush
a
them out
second.
Properly.
In the thumbnail, it says there's one and only one poop topic in the show. So let's just be careful where we go with
I
this.
wasn't talking about poop. I'm just talking about the fact they can't bathe themselves.
Just saying. Okay.
Yeah, clean them.
We're only allowed to
Scrub 'em.
talk about it that one time. I mentioned it once, but I think I got away with it. Sorry,
don't think
Faulty
you did.
Towers. God, Faulty Towers is great. Anyway, anything else from you before we move on, Sora?
Car should be fixed within a week's time.
Yay!
So was my guess correct?
I'm so sorry, I cannot remember. I know you wrote something.
I think I was saying it was either the fuel pump or the fuel filter.
Oh, I don't know if there's like 17 plus points
Oh, okay.
on there.
The joy of having an older car.
There are, yeah. So the main thing was the sensor thing that some sort of air something or other. I can't remember from the top of my head. So at least that was correct, and they are also replacing a bunch of stuff that are wear and tear old, because it's like, if you're in there, please just replace all the gaskets and everything.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
We ended up having a fuel line leak too, which started when they picked up the car, which is funny. I
Mm.
think it may have cracked,
Hmm.
but yeah,
Fuel line leak is bad.
Mm.
yes,
Yeah. Well, the behavior you were describing sounded a lot like a problem with the fuel supply, which is why I mentioned those. If there had been a problem with the fuel line, that would have also explained it. It's just not about having enough pressure in the fuel injectors.
Right.
So anyway, I'm glad your car is getting fixed.
and what really pissed me off about this whole thing, not from them. So far, these guys have been fantastic. You just took a little bit to find them.
Mhm.
Is that specifically for the brakes? I have been going to a different shop, like a big. Here, most of them are like big box ones, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like companies, right? And I was like, I know it's not right. Can you please review? Everything is fine. Everything's fine. You just need to get your brake line flush once a year. Tighten everything up. Everything is fine. Is drivable. can you replace the brake pads? Can you do this? Oh, they're fine. They're only worn X%. And he's like, yeah, they shouldn't have said that. Because that's not expensive to change. Okay, here. That's not expensive. That should have been changed. And anyway, this place can source Suzuki parts at the end of the day.
Yay!
And so we are going all out because right now we have they have a moment where they don't have as much work because it's middle of summer.
Mhm.
So still, I I have it in several days. And they also have all the parts in stock.
Yay!
So very excited. And while it's not an insignificant amount of money, it is way more affordable than buying a new car.
100%.
Plus, new cars are annoying.
Yeah, like even like a new to me car, because even if I were the problem with this is that if you were to get, say, a used car, right? Um, at the end of the day, you cannot trust that history that you are being told of the car is true, etc. And I don't know. I didn't particularly want to get rid of my car, so
Yeah. I know I end up having conversations with people about my car all the time, which is weird because it's 24 years old and people come up and say, hey, how do you like your car? And I know another guy, sort of know him casually, who fixes up cars. He's a guy who fixes up a lot of K cars and other things. And I'm half tempted to say, hey, hypothetically speaking, if I just handed you my my Subaru, how much would it cost for you to work your magic on it and then hand it back to me, revived? And just to sort of see what that number would be like. Because that could be fun. And it would be cheaper than buying a new car. Although I'm still thinking I might want to get one of the Slate trucks. I was watching Jay Leno drive the Slate truck and it was red. And I like the fact that the window behind the cab of the truck, it's just flat. It's not curved. It's none of that proprietary John Deere, pay us way more money. It's just a flat piece of glass. And I was looking at it in red and I'm thinking, that reminds me a lot of my grandfather's truck. I'm kind of liking the vibe of the little red truck, the little red no nonsense truck. I could totally get into that. I don't know. I haven't decided for real yet what I'm going to do about it. But we should say hi to SkepTok. But first, SkepTok should say hi to the chat.
We have a lively chat joining of the find it. Yeah. My gosh, we had a bunch of people come in early. Blake came in first, and followed by Joel, Chris, Jay Blizza. Everybody else has drifted in since then. We welcome all of you. We'd love to have you along with us. And Jay Blizza is going on and on about the dangers of magnesium. He wants you to acknowledge that magnesium is dangerous. I didn't realize it was dangerous. I've heard of hypermagnesemia, but it's like 4 cases.
We're talking about ingesting magnesium.
Yes.
Oh God, yes. I mean, too much potassium is dangerous. Too much calcium is dangerous. Too much magnesium is dangerous. And the weird thing about magnesium is seems to be one of the darlings right now about sort of from nutraceutical enthusiasts. I don't know what to call these people, that they're trying to get everybody to take like way more magnesium.
The astrology of biochemistry.
Yeah.
It is to biochemistry what astrology is to astronomy.
Well, I have these vitamins that are multivitamins. You take 3 of them a day. I usually take them with dinner because I only eat 1 meal a day typically. And I have to say, I feel really good when I take them. And the reason is because they got a bunch of B12 in them. So it's like, woohoo. Yeah, every time I take those, I get a nice little boost. It's that feeling of health and wellness that permeates your body. But even those, I think they only have
oxytocin, my friend.
They only have about 67% of the RDA of magnesium. You absolutely do not want to overdose on these things.
Yeah, and hypermagnesemia is a thing. It will stop your heart if you get enough magnesium. You will eventually cause enough arrhythmia where you will stop your heart.
Yeah. any of these things that become ions that kind of live in that one column of the periodic table, you have to understand that the signals for your heart actually depend on these things to function properly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If there's too big a crowd of them, stuff can't get messaged and everything shuts down.
I'm doing this from memory.
Stuff can't get,
Calcium and magnesium are in the same column, right?
Calcium, magnesium. And don't give me the line. I sat for years with a periodic table, giant periodic table. I'm sure Harry sat in these kinds of lecture halls too.
Yeah.
In front of him, and I still can't remember the columns.
Yes.
I have to look. What group is it?
It's they are.
It's like 2 or something.
Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah.
It's
2,
beryllium,
right.
magnesium, calcium,
That's right. It would be 2.
strontium, barium, and radium.
Yeah, because
it's in
because they're up 1 from sodium.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So calcium is incredibly important for the heart, which is why people use calcium channel blockers to change blood pressure and other things. And if you put something else in there that looks and acts a lot like, look at me, I'm trans calcium, magnesium.
Here we go.
You just get all flirtatious as an ion. It can cause a lot of havoc. So you don't want to overdo it. But if you're dehydrated and you're having problems like leg cramps and other things, you might be deficient on magnesium. But definitely don't take tons and tons of that crap. That would be a bad idea.
The people who take too much magnesium, you have to bury them.
Yeah.
That's in the column too.
Yeah, I knew that's where you're going. Sorry. What did you find, Serenity?
Well, the thing is, women, we have to be a little bit more careful. We have to be more conscious of taking magnesium a bit more because of the fact that it affects our cycle and it can help us sleep. So it's one of those things. It is recommended under doctor supervision that women, if they feel they are having out of cycle issues, that magnesium may help us. But once again, it's more of a, you need to talk to your doctors about it than anything. But women, we kind of need it a little bit more than men do.
Yes. And osteoporosis and boron and K2 and there's all sorts of fun things. It's not like the human body is a simple thing. And I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, that's they found, at least with some women in some of the smaller studies I've read, because they haven't done a giant one yet, they have found that the reason why some women have a harder time sleeping is because they are having issues with the magnesium in their system. And that what they recommend is that you find natural ways to add more magnesium to your diet before, like drinking like the chart cherry stuff or something like that. That like to do it without taking the pills, because the pills are much harder to control. So it's like it's meant to help with sleeping issues and stuff like that too. So it's I don't know, Jay Blizzard, what got in your head about taking magnesium would make you more manly? I don't know where that came from.
I feel like we have to just jump into the Hegseth thing, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
with
that as a segue, let me find. I think it's under military. Military. We have so many different categories. Okay. All right. Well, let's just since we're talking about manliness, let's just Skep, do you have anything else you want to say before we talk about manliness?
Well, I was going to ask you how your week was.
How was my week? Did a bunch of writing for work, but that still felt good. It's always very satisfying to write something and look at it and go, man, this looks so good. I can't even imagine that I was the author. You read it and you go, yeah, this guy really knows how to write. Oh, wait, that's me. And I took the motorcycle over Highway 17 today because it's starting. Yeah, I figured that I was actually carrying too much crap on the top case and it was putting a lot of weight up high and back where it didn't belong. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of screwed. Yeah, it was unpleasant. Yeah. So I thought, let's rearrange things. And I changed things around and said, how am I going to test this? Well, I think Highway 17 would be a good way to test it. Now, if I take 101 to get home, there's hardly a turn on that road that requires anything other than leaning. You just lean and the bike steers.
True.
I mean, there's nothing that requires any sort of actual technical skill. Yeah.
Other than staying out of the way of the idiot.
Yeah. But on Highway 17, it's like you have to actively counter steer and use skills, and it's a much more technical kind of riding. And then followed up by going along the coast. It's such a beautiful day today. So I'm fine. Still
Okay,
loving,
so you-
still loving the Honda. It's a great bike.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have that. I'm glad you still have 17. I wish 17 was in its old configuration because it was even more fun.
Oh yeah, all of the equal radius turns have turned into non-equal radius turns that are banked the wrong way, and
Right.
I have to say that
Yeah.
I'm glad I was going pretty much the speed limit the whole time, because there's a turn at a place called Glenwood Cutoff. That kind of surprised me. It's like, wait, what? But no, everything's fine with me. Okay, so shall we get into it? We were going to talk about Hegseth and manliness, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I did want to report one thing.
Okay.
I had an excellent pot roast today that I
Oh.
cooked with carrots from my garden that I pulled and peeled and put in the pot roast. That's how fresh they were. Onions, exactly the same thing. Pulled them out of the ground and washed them, threw them in the pot roast. You just feel so smart throwing, just a few carrots and onions in there. I probably didn't have more than $100 worth of vegetables in the pot roast.
So
Anyway.
which cut of meat did you use for the pot roast?
I used a really upscale chuck roast.
Okay.
Nice.
And
That is a fine choice. A fine choice.
But this is a top choice from my guy down the street. And this tastes like you used ribeye almost. It actually tastes like you used New York steak. What it tastes like.
Chuck roast is a fantastic piece of meat. Oh, I ended up
God.
buying a bunch of New York steaks. I normally
I
would
love
buy.
New York
I would normally buy ribeyes,
Mhm.
but I got a good price on like a whole primal of New York steaks, and I have to cut them up tomorrow. So that'll be fun.
You'll get
Huh.
addicted to that meat flavor, that deep meat flavor.
I still prefer ribeyes, but I'm not that fancy that I can't choke
not
down a
that
New York.
bad.
I can't choke down a New York strip steak. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's coincidence, Harry. So did I this week.
Yeah.
I got my guy to cut them for me, but yeah, they had a special on them, so I picked up a bunch.
If you have a place where you can buy the primals, and you want it's a super easy one to cut yourself. It doesn't require a lot of skill,
No.
just a little bit of attention. The thing you need is what's called a breakdown knife, and they're usually about 14 inches long. And you don't need anything fancy. Victorinox makes one that's just as sharp and just as good and way less money. And if you buy anything else, you're wasting your time. You do not need a carbon steel Kobe, virgin forged, folded. No, you don't need any of that crap. Just Victorinox breakdown knife. It's fine. Okay, enough food. Let's talk about testosterone because we can.
Testosterone.
Okay.
Pentagon now. A fascinating one, an interesting one. The military is going to start testing the testosterone levels of some service members. They're going to check their testosterone, according to this video from the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, captioning the whole thing, the high T Department of War. High T, high testosterone. Watch this.
This initiative, it's not about artificial enhancement. It's about restoring and optimizing your natural capabilities, protecting your longevity, and ensuring you have the biological foundation required to sustain the fight.
Hegseth also says.
So there you go. Why not? If you're talking about it as like a male health initiative, why not? If people have low testosterone levels, you would treat them like you would any other low hormone levels, right? We're not talking about taking all the people there and turning them into roid raging crazy people. It's not anabolic steroids. It's just test people, and if it's low, get them back into the middle of the range, right?
Yeah. Give them the salve.
It is. Now, this is what liberals would say about it. Why are you so obsessed with things like testosterone? They would question, like, what is it about toxic masculinity that you feel needs to be codified and enhanced or whatever?
Or they equate testosterone with aggressive antisocial behavior that they find threatening. And if you're taking testosterone, I don't feel safe. You're going to get some of that behavior.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but it's the government.
That's
I
right.
don't trust them to give that in a controlled manner. I'm sorry.
Well, it's a well understood.
I'm with Serenity.
It's a well understood medical thing.
No. I understand that part, Harry.
Yeah.
I completely understand that part. I don't trust the people who are administrating it to not take payment under the table to take a few more testosterone, or to people
just
like,
fuck it
hey,
up.
yeah, or fuck it up. Like, that's the thing. Like, I understand, and I absolutely agree that men, it should be treated like estrogen. It should be, are your levels within the range? If they're not in the range, let's help you get that to back up to where it needs to be through either exercise, maybe a pill or something like that, like a little thing. Absolutely, 100%.
Mhm.
I don't trust them. I don't care if it's Democrat or Republican. I don't care. I don't trust them.
You shouldn't just, you absolutely shouldn't blindly trust them. I mean, it's,
I know, but that's the thing of like, it's I filthy dirty centrist. I don't care. I don't trust.
well, you can go to like Quest Diagnostics or any number of these other labs, right? And I think it's like $70, $50 to get your testosterone checked. As a standalone test, it's, pretty straightforward. So if
you
you
get your testosterone tested at one of these clinics that basically is selling the services, they're Viagra sales outlets basically, and they have, a nurse practitioner or a PA.
Oh, you mean like was it the Blue Chew people and Hims and all the other ones? Yeah.
Yeah, that whole deal.
Yeah.
And so you can get it tested for free if you want.
I was foolishly wasting time watching Kill Tony one time, and it ended up where one comedian was shilling for one of those outfits and the host was shilling for another one. It's kind of like, okay, we're both getting paid. We got to back away from this before we end up causing trouble for each other. That's
causing commercial singularity.
that's how I know about it. And who was it? It was, okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, almost any time watching Kill Tony is a waste. I swear they have about 1% of the people that are on are actually worth a damn. But when they are, some of them are really great. But man, there's some. Do you understand how Kill Tony works, Skep?
No, I do not.
Okay, so they're in Austin, and sometimes they travel around, and they have people who just sign up to do a 60-second set of stand-up comedy. They don't have to have any background. There's no vetting. There's no pre-testing. It's just people signing themselves up. And sometimes it's somebody who's been doing it for years and actually knows how to do it. Other times it's somebody who's a little bit drunk with way too much confidence who just goes up there and tries to wing it. Yeah, it can be really not good. But it's a huge podcast. I mean, their numbers are insane.
That's something that I would like. Just because I love that slice of life type stuff.
It can be pretty good sometimes. It can. Anyway, what were we talking about? We're talking about testosterone. I think treating people with low testosterone is fine. I totally understand where your guys' skepticism comes in, but seems like a good idea. You don't want people struggling where they don't have to because they've just got low testosterone levels holding them back.
Let me say this about that. In treating low testosterone levels, you're not treating a root cause normally. You're treating a symptom. It's not even a sign. It's a symptom. So it's not really detectable by the person, except maybe lower sexual activity or whatever. But it's something biochemically that's wrong with them. And that makes a very subtle problem. And I think the approach ought to be to get to the root cause of why the testosterone is low.
Mhm.
The testosterone may be low for a very good reason. Your body may say, hey, this testosterone is feeding this tumor. Testosterone can do that, by the way.
Yep.
And the body says, nope, we're going to pull down the testosterone, and giving the guy a bunch of testosterone will give him a fast growing tumor that then gets late diagnosed 3 months later and he dies. I'm just saying that it's something that's worth investigating more than just slapping a patch or that foul smelling salve that they use to put artificially increase the testosterone levels. It really pays to know what's going on. If your testosterone level is artificially low, it might be a tumor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sorry, go Serenity.
Well, I was about to say they found it's not like women when they go through menopause and estrogen bottoms out. It's not like that when guys are low testosterone. Very often, testosterone is affected by sleeping, eating habits, they have found that men can start to bump the testosterone up if they start working out and start taking better care of themselves.
That's
And
exactly
this
right.
is and this is not to make one a worse thing or a better thing. It's just, if the military was doing what it was supposed to, most of these guys shouldn't have that low of testosterone to begin with, which is making sure they're.
You're making such an important point. I want to interrupt you and say,
Yeah.
fat is the enemy here. That's the problem. You're exactly hitting on it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, that's the thing. Look, that's the thing. If the military was doing, which is feeding them the healthiest meal they can, that's done the way it should, making sure these guys actually go to fucking bed when they're supposed to fucking go to bed, and not allowing, and like cutting down how much alcohol they drink, if they drink any at all, how much they smoke, how much pot they do, because pot affects it too. It's that their testosterone levels may be just a little bit off, but if they're really low, I am hoping someone in the VA or whoever's going to be doing the testing will go, we need to check for a tumor, because this shouldn't be this way if this guy is getting the things that we are having him set up to get. So it's like, it's just, I don't trust the government when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Well, I was just going to mention the exercise angle, which is why I would be surprised if there were a lot of these guys in the military, like in their 30s, who are exercising and they have to meet the standards for fitness.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if very many of them have low testosterone.
They're going to probably find most of the low testosterone guys, if they even get to that point of testing, in National Guard, in all seriousness.
Yeah.
Not that I think the National Guard is weak or anything like that, but they're a little more lax than the actual.
For a second, I thought you were talking about the coasties, and I was thinking,
fatties will be
no.
Fatties will be the low.
So, and as you probably know, it's very much like thyroid measurements. You know, there isn't just one number. You sort of start with the one number, and then you look at all the sub numbers. So testosterone is the same thing. You know, free testosterone and different hormones that affect the level of it. And it's a whole complicated thing. So you start with the one number, and then you follow up with more stuff. At least if you're doing your job, you don't just go, look a little low there. Just rub this shit on you.
Well, that's the thing. Also, it's like it's going to depend on who are they doing this to first. Are they doing it to basic military people? Are they doing it to paratroopers? Are they doing it to Rangers? Are they doing it to Navy SEALs, Marines? It's probably, with Hellcat, it's probably going to be the Marines first, just because he's a Marine. And it's just, that's a thing of like, like I said, I don't have a problem with testosterone, because testosterone is not what makes people assholes. The person's an asshole.
No, that's a defective character that has nothing.
Yeah, they're an asshole. Yeah. And so that's kind of the thing of like, I don't blame testosterone for that, because it's not testosterone's fault. It's kind of like when people say, why do we have to have anger management classes? It's like, because getting angry is a choice, being stupid isn't.
All right.
So that's kind of the same thing of like, you could blame testosterone for it. It's not the testosterone's fault. It's your fault, because you didn't learn self-control.
Let me move things forward, because we are so far behind schedule at this point. I
hope it works out well for everybody, and I hope I'm paranoid for no reason. There we go.
There we go. Well, I think paying attention to, just put a pin in it. I think paying attention to men's health the way we often pay attention to women's health is fine. I think those men should be taken care of appropriately. And I think that, making sure that their testosterone numbers are where they're supposed to be, their PSA numbers are where they're supposed to be, that they're taken care of. Men need help with shit like this too. So if Hellcat is taking care of the soldiers, both in service and afterward, I'm all for it.
100%.
Okay. So let's see. I have something that will amuse the crap out of Functional. Yeah, you'll like this.
You better pause that Overwatch, sir.
Okay. 2 billion years ago, a uranium deposit in Gabon switched itself on as a natural nuclear reactor, operating in pulses as groundwater boiled away and slowly returned.
This is cool. This is the thing that the ancient aliens quackpots were like, there's an ancient nuclear reactor underneath the sand and all that other bullshit.
Well, I don't know if this is the same one, but this being real is way cooler. Okay, so in Gabon, 2 billion years ago, they found the remnants of this. They found a bunch of depleted uranium. Okay. And they went back and they studied this thing. So what was happening was there's a uranium deposit, and the circumstances were just right that every time water from like a geyser cycle, you know how geysers have these cycles where they would go through, the water would come up, act as a moderator, and cause the uranium pile to form a chain reaction.
So
Okay.
it was,
The chain-
it was actually having a limited neutron reaction.
Yeah, it was actually having a neutron reaction. Then as the water would heat up, it would evaporate, and then the neutrons would be too fast to have a sustained reaction, and it would go away for about 2.5 minutes and then come back. And it did this for hundreds of thousands of years. They found
like a clock.
They found the decay patterns, you know, the different stuff that was in, you know, bound with other things nearby.
Sure,
They found
sure,
all
yeah.
kinds of cool stuff. Their first clue was they were looking at uranium samples and go, the isotope numbers on this are just wrong. It's like
How old was it? How long ago was it?
2 billion years. I mean, it's a fairly long article, and I don't know if people want to hear my voice for that long. Let me put the link in the chat for everybody, because this is pretty cool.
That is very interesting.
But I just love the fact that the water was the moderator. A geyser was basically passing through it. So it would heat the water, and as soon as the water evaporated, the nuclear reaction would shut down. Then the water would build up, and then so every two, you know, it had 2.5 minutes between 30-second
exactly
cycles
what
of
was going
fission.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's
super
exactly
cool.
What was going on? That's awesome.
I don't understand, how can I use this to destroy my enemies? Well, you're going to need a time machine. So take your enemies, send them back 2 billion years. But it's kind of neat because nature doesn't really make nuclear reactors. The natural decay of uranium is what causes the Earth's core to be liquid. But that's not a sustained chain reaction. This is actually like a nuclear pile that naturally formed and would cycle based on this geyser going through it. It's not enough just to have uranium in a place. You have to also slow the neutrons down such that the velocity and the energies of the neutrons cause the chain reaction to occur. So, are you happy now, Functional? I thought you'd like this.
I like science.
Yeah. So the link's in the chat with everybody, and so you can check that out. Let's see. I actually, that's my favorite story of the day. It really is. I like that one quite a bit. Let's see. So I want to talk about the fires just a little bit more.
Right.
Here's some footage from inside a train that was in the middle of these. This is Armstrong, Ontario.
On.
Oh, well, let's see. It's
This is crazy.
Well, it's.
You have to find it again, Harry?
Yeah, because I basically put the topic description in where the link is supposed to go, so I'll have to find it again. Well, you can look at this while I look for it.
The Fontainebleau forest near Paris is on fire.
Oh, yeah.
And they need all the help they can get. These Canadair CL415 Super Scoopers answered that call. Did you see that there's 4 of them lined up to land on this water source? What is that water source they're landing on? Well, it's the Seine River. And people lined up on the banks are getting fantastic video of these things loading up. The Fontainebleau forest near Paris.
Yeah, I've never seen that particular angle coming at that. That is pretty cool, I think. Okay.
I found the CNN clip of it, Harry. Do you want
Oh, I found this one here.
Here, this is getting a little scary.
that?
Holy shit.
Well, you're in a modern train engine, honey, and have air conditioning.
Okay, y'all need to hurry up here. Like, seriously, we're encased in flames now.
Yeah, you gotta go backwards, honey.
Well, they were in a
can't-
passing lane, basically. So they were off to the side so another train could pass through. And during that, they just have to sit and wait for that other train to go through. So this is the suck.
And then back your ass up. Going in front of you.
Hello, Jody, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you there. I'm telling them you were notching up.
Yeah, this has got to move fucking quick here.
Gonna turn into an oven.
Yeah, that is the suck.
The only thing that would suck here is the less sucky than that is the tornado that went over the one guys in the train.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't you remember that video we showed you a long time ago of the tornado literally going over the main engine of a train?
Oh, I
They
forgot
were
about
like,
that.
everybody get under, and it rolled the train engine, but All
Wow.
it did was break the windows.
Wow.
That was it.
Wow. That's cool. Well, let's just get into this, shall we? New camera guidelines for female athletic coverage. So this is a thing that the BBC covered. New guidelines have been released advising broadcasters on how to use more respectful camera angles when covering live female athletic events. The European Broadcasting Union has worked with female athletes to develop the guidelines which aim to avoid sexualizing the action with unnecessary camera angles. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. I mean, we all know what this is about. Anybody have any thoughts on this?
No.
No?
Like sometimes, like there's some, and they do this to the men too, which means that it also needs to be respectful of the men. Like sometimes these camera guys are like right on their ass or right on their between their legs or right on their package. It's like everybody needs to be treated respectfully. You don't need to be fucking doing that. I don't give a hoot a holler whose gender it is. I don't care.
Well, what about the outfits to begin with? I mean, part of it is the camera angles. Other times,
I still hate the women's volleyball outfits. The fact that they have to be in tiny little bikinis and the men can be in shorts and tank tops. Fuck you.
Yeah, it is a bit much. And I know that nobody here finds Shane Gillis as funny as I do, but he actually has a comment on this, which I think is spot on. And I'm glad you brought up the volleyball thing because I didn't even have to this way.
Can we knock it off with volleyball shorts on little kids? Dude, it's gross. Because then, it's just me and the other uncles up in the bleachers, kind of making eye contact with each other. Like, aren't kids hot? No, I truly am serious about the gym shorts, though. My roommate, his girlfriend played college volleyball. And she was like, we need those shorts for speed. And I was like, I know that's not true. I watched the NBA. None of you are moving as fast as like a ref. And those guys are wearing like slacks, dress shoes for some reason. She was like, no, we need those shorts. They're essential. I was like, I know they're not essential because I Googled the Special Olympics volleyball team. All of a sudden, those shorts weren't so essential for them.
Anyway, I think he just made the point way better than I could have.
He has such incisive wit.
Well, that's what comedians are supposed to do. They're supposed to look at the human condition and make observations, which is what he's doing. And he's right about that. And I don't think that the adult women should have to wear those either. I think that, and I'm not a prude. I like sexy women. I'm a big fan of it. I mean, I think it's great, but I feel that the people who are put in these positions who are probably pressured to wear those things for sponsor reasons or, all the different kinds of pressure these women are probably under. It's kind of ridiculous.
I think it was in gymnastics. I don't know if it was Olympics gymnastics or just regular like worlds or something.
Yeah.
Where you get penalized on not wearing the type of leotards they want.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
If you have in gymnastics, whether it's world or the Olympic level, if you have a bra strap that accidentally comes out from underneath your leotard as a woman, you get penalized.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
It is
Absolutely
ridiculous
when you think about that kind of stuff. So.
And it's like, well, someone I was on like one of the many online forums, and they showed a picture of women's volleyball, but it was the women's volleyball from an Arabic country and Western women's, and it's like it was two extremes. It was either you had to wear the full like head covering stuff to like cover your feet and your hands and everything like that, and then have the volleyball jersey, and then it was the women running around in the tiny itty bitty bikinis. And it's like, can we just have a middle ground?
I mean, like
either that or make the men wear Speedos. Like, I'm just
a budgie smuggler.
Yeah, make them wear a budgie smuggler.
And no
banana
one
hammock.
See that though.
Yeah. I think within the realms of like legal decency requirements, the people should be able to wear whatever the hell they want, and it's incumbent on the broadcasters to deliver a program that caters to the people that want to watch it. So, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, I mean, if you know that your audience is not going to be on board with a particular type of male gaze type of coverage, you're going to try to give them what they want. I mean, it is.
And Joel McLaughlin, I understand what you're saying, but in running, the men don't cover up much more than the women do. Like, they're still wearing the little short shorts as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand where you're coming from. They're wearing the singlets and the short shorts, but the men runners are also wearing that. So I don't have a problem with that.
In swimming, you can't, I guess, if you wanted to be super fast, you'd wear a suit that would cover your whole body.
Well, the Olympics doesn't really allow
But the
anymore.
Olympics doesn't allow it because
So you have to wear, which once again, the men are being held to the same standard as the women are, which is smaller.
But that's literally a performance issue. That's literally about a fair competition sort of thing.
Yeah, and then that's what I mean. Is like volleyball, it's not. Volleyball isn't like these women are like having to adjust themselves constantly. There's horror stories about them having to like double stick them. Like there's a thing for women called double stick, and what it is it's tape. You tape it to your skin, then you tape fabric to that piece of tape so it doesn't move. And they're literally having to tape themselves into these bikinis this way that you don't have like a Janet Jackson moment. God, that shows my age. But this
have you seen, because like I know it was called butt glue or something from pageants.
Yep, the
Like,
spray.
Because obviously they have the bikini part of their pageant, whatever, right? The swimsuit thing, or whatever their talent would be if they do the gymnastic stuff. And so obviously they can't have a function, so they like literally like super glue down
Yep.
all their outfits.
But yeah, that's
Honestly,
the thing.
It's pretty cool stuff. I mean, they shouldn't have to do stuff like that, right? There should be cover-ups. But
yeah. But it's just like, hey, as long as everyone's to the same standards, like with the track and field stuff, they're all basically wearing the same outfits. They're slightly different, but they're still all the same outfit. I'm cool with it.
I mean, realistically, unless you've just kind of given up on certain parts of life, if you have a chance to see some of the best physical specimens on the planet, doing all this sort of stuff, and they're just sort of very loosely attired, not leaving a lot to the imagination, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be on board for that. They're going to think that that's a pretty good thing. But if you let people just have a little more flexibility about what they wear, and the producers are a little more conscious of stuff, I don't think you need a whole bunch of rules to Sharia-ize European sports coverage. And I bet you that's part of it. It's because things have changed and they don't want to get nagged by the other usual suspects about this kind of thing.
Well, I mean, also the female volleyball team has been like all the female volleyball players have been complaining about it for the last like 5 or 6 Olympics.
We should listen to them.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they're now being forced to actually have to listen to them. Because, like, and the thing is, they don't even cover up that much when you see them in their actual competition outfits. They're just wearing tank tops and, like, the regular shorts that you see, like, if you watch female volleyball at, like, college level, just wearing the regular, like, short shorts. Like, they're not even covered up that much. So you're not losing your view, ladies and gentlemen. It's just, God, those bikinis are tiny, though. Good Lord.
Okay. Well, let's talk about lettuce. Okay.
That's right. We're going to talk about
So this is the whole Taylor Farms thing. Now, so Taylor Farms is an enormous agriculture company. They produce a ton of lettuce in California, in Central California, and in Southern California, a little bit of it. But they get a lot of lettuce off season from Mexico. Now, the lettuce that has gone to Sam's Club and Kroger and all these different places under different names, and a whole ton of it basically gets shredded, iceberg lettuce, and sent to Taco Bell. Taco Bell had this thing called the K- program where they decided we're not really a restaurant, we're just sort of a food repackager. They get these huge bales of iceberg lettuce that's been probably hit with sulfites and everything else that goes to Taco Bell, including ones in West Virginia, by the way. And so there's like 30 something states that have had problems with this Taylor Farms lettuce that's gotten there. And this particular parasite that's been on this iceberg lettuce from Mexico causes some pretty awful symptoms. One of the things that's most terrifying about it is it has an incubation. Well, I don't know if it's incubation for a parasite, but it takes 1 to 2 weeks before symptoms show up. So you can just like go to Taco Bell, get your gordita, go on about your life and think everything's just fine, right? Everything's just going great. And then suddenly, cowabunga, you're a chocolate fountain. It's supposed to be an absolutely terrible thing. I want none of this. I definitely do not want to get this thing. That sounds absolutely terrible. And there have been a lot of cases. I think that the coverage of it's a bit overblown. I mean, it's not really that many people that have been affected by it. So I'm not sure if this only affects people with like weakened systems or whether this is a general threat to everybody. But
it's a bacteria, Harry. So that's a fundamental axiom of bacterial infection. That people with weakened immune systems are more susceptible.
Well, not every E. coli thing turns into an E. coli infection.
That's true.
Well, it's just the fact of like also
just talking about the overgrowth.
Yeah.
The issue is also is that a lot of people have a tendency when they buy the bagged lettuce from like the store for some reason, and I found this out from some of my friends, they don't wash it when they get home, when they get ready to use it. I do. That's how I was taught from a very young age. And it's just like, okay, what? Like Taco Bell, I would expect them to, but now I know they don't. So another reason to add to the chalkboard of don't eat at Taco Bell.
No lechuga. That's no lettuce. That's no lettuce in Spanish, by the way. I don't know much Spanish, but I know that.
We could grow lettuce.
Oh yeah, lettuce.
Less easy to grow.
The first like 3 weeks of it when it first sprouts are the bitch, but once it gets past that point, it's fine. But it's like that first part where it's just like
sprouted in pots.
But this is not the first time Taylor Farms has done that. This has happened with Taylor Farms.
No.
This has happened so many times.
Well, considering the amount of stuff they ship, it's like it's not surprising that these things happen every few years. Dude,
at this point, it's happening every year.
Yeah.
It happened last year. It happened the year before. During COVID, it was real bad. Not this exact same strain. It's not this. It's just
no. It was E. coli. It was E. coli in 2024.
Should we have an annual holiday for it?
It's starting to get to that point.
It goes with it's fire season and diarrhea season.
Yeah, basically. I actually think I had this at one point because I felt off for a couple days, and then I was fine. So I may have accidentally got it just a little bit, but I don't know for sure. But I don't eat at Taco Bell, so
there are hundreds of things that can get in your body and cause similar symptoms.
That's the reason why I'm like, But if you buy already,
anything
if
that
not already done lettuce,
your lower bowel,
basically.
Yeah.
If you buy lettuce or any kind of fruit product, rinse it, people, please, for the love of Christ. And I don't mean run water over it. I mean, move your hand over top of it and make sure you get all the particles off and everything.
If you really,
the thing about fecal coliform, and that's the kind of contamination you're talking about here. Fecal coliform contamination of produce from watering and fertilizing and all that kind of stuff. It's not just this particular one. You can have Escherichia coli. You can have any number of other pathogens, any of the anaerobacters that and many other nasty things that come in. So yeah, the case for washing lettuce is that's pretty basic.
It should be, but I've learned a lot of people
don't do it. That's crazy.
I know, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts.
Because they get it pre-processed and in a bag, and or in a plastic tub, and they think,
it's in a bag.
Clean.
It's like fine.
Yeah,
it's in a bag. It's been washed. No, it hasn't. Stop it.
What's the worst? What's the worst that can happen?
This.
Yeah. Okay, so let's stop talking about this. And talk about something else. This seems kind of silly, but I sort of don't care. The Common Sense Act is closer to becoming law, which would it mean for businesses? Essentially, because pennies are being reduced in terms of the number that are in circulation, they're trying to come up with laws that allow businesses to round up and round down pennies on orders. So, I mean, it's fine. I feel like they're complaining about something that they don't need to complain about. I guess it costs a little bit of money to make pennies, but just print the damn pennies and it'll be fine. But if we're going to not have enough pennies to go around, allowing businesses to round up and round down without violating laws that are around commerce, about accurate change, I don't have a problem with it.
Why do we have to create more crimes? Why do we need more crimes? Well,
this actually gives them more freedom than it did before. So this isn't a prohibition. This is actually removing a prohibition. Don't make me defend these people, Skep. I really don't like what you just did there.
Do it. Skep. Make him defend it.
I don't want to defend these people. Well, while we're talking about that,
I misunderstood.
Vote, the yeas are 308, the nays are 117.
Who are the
The bill
fuckers
is
who did
passed.
117?
Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
Who are these
Vote.
people? Who do I have to physically harm?
Yeah, House passes bill to make daylight savings time permanent. It is going to the Senate, and Trump has already said he's going to sign it.
Okay,
And-
but still, who are these 117 people who I have to hurt?
Because you want it or don't want it.
I just want it to be standard. Quit changing it on me. I have
Well, I
animals.
don't-
It's a bitch.
Okay, so who do you think is upset about this that has the clout to actually complain aggressively? Who do you think it is? DrFunctional? Which group of people that often get blamed for things like controlling the weather and other things? Who do you think is...
Oh, juice.
No way.
I love grape juice.
Okay,
The juice.
so why Orthodox Jews are opposing the new daylight savings bill in Congress?
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Okay, making daylight time permanent moved a step closer to reality this week when the House of Representatives voted overwhelmingly to pass a measure to eliminate the annual clock change ritual. But some Orthodox Jews are fighting to prevent the bill from becoming law. The measure, called the Sunshine Protection Act, passed in a 308 to 117 vote in the House on July 14th. It now heads to the Senate, where its passage is uncertain, blah, blah, blah. Extra hour. Okay, the bottom line is, if prayers have to start an hour later, then we will have a direct effect on people getting to work and on when school can start, said Rabbi Shemp.
You already have to do it now. You already have to do it now. What does it matter? You already have to do it now.
Well, I guess they need, okay, go away. Okay, in Jewish law, some prayers, such as those in the morning service, can only be said communally in a quorum of 10 Jewish adults called a minyan. That require what?
Minion.
Minyan.
Minyan. If I say it fast, then nobody can complain. Okay.
There you
That requirement means going to a synagogue every morning before heading out to work or school and saying prayers such as the Shema, the central prayer of Jewish life collectively. The morning service typically lasts 35 minutes, but on some occasions can last close to an hour. And I guess because it can't happen before the sun comes up, this could potentially create problems for Jewish people. And as to why they have a quorum, is it because there's other business like deciding the day's weather or interest rates or something else that they have to do functional? Why do they need
control the
10
bank,
people?
so-
Yeah. Is that just to make sure that nobody just has fun at everybody's expense and does a Bodie McBoat face with interest rates? No, I'm just being
I have
flippant.
no idea. I don't know.
You remember Bodie McBoat face?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? What kind of savage wouldn't remember Bodie McBoatface?
I was thinking about that.
Cultured swine, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Once again, I state, you're already doing it. You know, this is not like they're moving things or like splitting the diff and then you have to make your difference and changes. They're already doing it.
Well, the clock on my motorcycle is still set to standard time, and I'm thinking, well, I should probably just break down and adjust it because it's not going to change ever again. I don't know. Last time this happened, there were video of little kids trying to get on school buses at 8 in the morning in the snow, and it was pitch black. And
it was pitch black.
It was pitch black, and people said, okay, this is screwed up. We're not going to do that. And it took about a year, but now with helicopter parents and stuff and kids getting chauffeured around in Escalades, I don't know. Do you think we're going to do this for a year and people are going to quit again? Or do you think it's actually going to stick this time?
I think it's going to stick. I think people, I have animals.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of having to have them look at me and go, bitch, where my food?
Well, don't they just look at the sun coming up and not care about human clocks?
They have an internal clock and they're like, I'm hungry now because I'm used to this time being fed.
Maybe
Where's
you should
my
assert.
food?
Maybe you should assert your authority.
Well, the problem is that they keep changing when it started. So they like moved it up a month. They moved it back a month. It's just like,
Okay.
I'm just working day to day here.
Okay.
Don't know what's going on.
So I have another stupid complaint about the government. Okay. Senate unanimously passes resolution saying Sam Bankman-Fried should not receive a pardon.
Damn
now,
right.
you assholes have work to do. Trump has already said he doesn't think he should get a pardon. Why are you taking time out for this ridiculous virtue signal? Everybody knows he shouldn't get a pardon. Why are we even doing this?
Possible the next president could pardon him. or the next president, or the next president, or the next president.
Yeah, I guess. And I scrolled down in the comments because, of course, I always like to see the comments and see what's going on. And somebody said, okay, Tommy from Massachusetts, another L for MAGA. Aren't you Trump supporters tired of losing? And man, you must view some things through some very weird sort of lens. Trump doesn't want it. Nobody wants it. How does this have anything to do with MAGA? Well, what does MAGA have to do with any of this sort of nonsense? So, of course, go ahead.
The comment beneath it did point out that Sam Bankman-Fried gave the most money to Biden. So it's like if a Democrat wins next presidential, they could pardon him.
They gave a ton of money to these people. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, I understand, like, Trump won't do it, but we don't know if someone down the line is going to do it. Like, I understand where you're coming from. They do have other things they need to be doing, but at the same time, if this stops him from being able to be pardoned by anybody.
Oh, it doesn't. It has no effect whatsoever.
Okay,
all it does is it's just some self-lubricating, fully reciprocating, time-wasting nonsense that the Senate was engaged in. And they should be ashamed of themselves. You've got shit to do. Or here's an idea, just do nothing. Just go home and stop making new laws. That would be fine too.
Yeah.
So I was looking back and finding like a Democrat who was complaining about some of the Biden things. You remember who Otto Penn pardoned, right? Just tons and tons of ridiculous people got pardoned.
Including his own son, but yes.
Yeah. So he pardoned his son. He pardoned the January 6th committee. He pardoned, God, who else? Oh, General Milley, Fauci. But more than that, he pardoned some people that were just really, really, really terrible, like people involved in different kinds of fraud. I know you think the Democrats would hate that sort of thing, right? But no, he pardoned a lot of people that were pretty awful. So Carlson had requested compassionate release from federal prison units. For years, he sold destructive analog drugs that caused users to experience harmful side effects and caused severe disruption to Duluth's healthcare and law enforcement system. Yeah, okay, let's pardon that guy, right?
Well, it's like, I have the full list if you want me to say something.
Oh, he pardoned or commuted the sentences of thousands of people. Yeah. In his presidency, it was like the most ever, 4,000 something, because the Otto Penn doesn't get tired. You might as well just pardon everybody, right?
Well, it's like he granted clemency to Nicolas Maduro's wife's nephew. Gave pardon to Abraham Bolden, who apparently was part of the Secret Service and convicted of bribery in 1964. Like, what else was there? Yeah, clemency to 3 Chinese citizens, part of the U.S. exchange deal with China. There's a whole list of the.
Well, here's one. Here's one they point out. Former American Senior Communities CEO James Burkhart, at the time, paid an annual salary of more than $1 million, orchestrated a $19.4 million scheme targeting nursing homes in the Marion County public health system. He used the money intended to provide care for low-income elderly and disabled patients to pay for private jets, vacation homes, diamonds, and gold bars. Burkhart pled guilty to fraud and money laundering charges in 2018 and was sentenced to nearly 10 years in federal prison, but Biden let him loose. Yeah. So stop trying to make this an L for MAGA because you passed a resolution telling Trump that you don't want him to pardon somebody that he doesn't have any intention of pardoning anyway. So shut up. It's stupid. Let's see, I can skip that. Oh, this made the news. Maybe you heard about it. So some kid in Florida graduated with an 11.99 GPA.
Sounds like someone hacked the system.
No, they didn't hack. He worked the system. He didn't hack anything.
He just piled projects on projects on projects on projects on projects. Get the extra points.
Yeah. So basically, he took.
Oh, sorry.
He took 20 AP classes and 23 dual enrollment classes, and managed to get his GPA all the way up to 11.99. This may have shed some light on the thing that system needs to be changed a little bit.
Why do the AP classes count in that way?
I don't know. They give extra points for your GPA for taking AP classes, and I'm not really sure what the rationale behind that is. I believe it's something.
Credit for it, like it was. I took Euro history, AP Euro history in high school, and it didn't really like it didn't feel like it took over that much of the regular. But I suppose because with at least with us here, provincial exams weigh hit more heavily. Maybe that's the reason.
Well, I have a
Not
theory.
cumulative.
I have a theory, and my theory is, I think this might be correct, which is they're trying to give them extra points for their GPA to compensate for the more difficult material, because they don't want the best students to essentially shoot for a high GPA by playing it safe. So they give them an adjustment for the more difficult material. Now,
The adjustment should be taking the college classes and having it already taken care of before you go to college, so you don't have to waste more time.
the last 2 years I was in
Yeah.
high school, I did concurrent enrollment, and high school was just an afterthought for me. I was mostly a college student for the last 2 years of high school. So yeah, it's
and
great.
That's the way, and that's the thing, and that's the way it should be. Like, you got a 4.0, done, boom. Like
I did not get a 4.0 in high school because I did not give a crap about high school.
I'm not talking about you, Harry.
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking
know.
about the kid.
Just saying.
It's like, why are we going above 4.0? Like maybe 4.5 to say, yes, you took AP classes and you took college courses. So we're going to give you a little bit more to say, yes, you did above and beyond the average 4.0 student.
I think we agree this needs fixing, though. This is ridiculous, right?
This is dumb.
My granddaughter is graduating high school with a 4.9 average, and she is graduating high school with 2 years and an associate's degree in hand.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
That'll help with getting a university placement if she wants one.
She's got a full boat ride to Texas Tech. 100% tuition and room and board paid. 100% grant, not loan. She's bilingual too.
Oh, excellent.
Congratulations to her. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, she's killing it.
That sounds
But-
fun.
But still, it's
Actually.
like, why
Good old days.
Yeah.
Why?
She's
Why?
one of my
Florida?
calculus victims.
Yeah, Florida
Florida,
needs to get their shit together.
But
your
isn't
hands.
also is Florida not like one of the ones with like the worst? Are they like one of the worst of the education?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
To Florida? No. Florida has good education.
Yeah.
They're very well funded. Very well funded, very, very high quality.
Florida's number 2 for best education.
Well, there you go. And it's so good that this Indian kid got an 11.99.
Had a low. Anyway,
No,
I
the-
apologize.
No, the thing is that
Alabama
because,
right next door does.
well, that's the thing of like, it's the Florida man stereotype.
Probably.
Everybody
Yeah.
thinks that
Yeah,
because
My
it's Florida man.
apologies.
Oh, it's not your fault. You're in Canada. If you were in the United States and you said that, I would have to hurt you. But you're Canadian. Like, this is a completely different like country to you. Like, that's completely understandable.
Okay.
But it's, yeah, like California has lower than Florida, so California has no.
Yeah, we also have like a huge number of immigrant students who start out
Oh,
not
yeah.
understanding the language.
And most of them still don't.
So before Serenity takes off, let's see. There's so much stuff I want you to see, but I know you have to go in a moment.
And about 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
If you can speed run that shit, go for it.
Do you say 10 seconds?
10 minutes.
Oh,
10
okay. See, I can't. You're giving me, it's too much performance. Okay. Let me show you this. You talk to
Easy, Harry.
Hellcat, get some of that
Get me
vitamin
some of that
T.
T.
Get some of that
Right.
vitamin T. I've pity the fool. Don't take vitamin T.
Woo!
Okay, so how about a video which I'm describing as the Fall Guy meets Spinal Tap? Yeah, you want to see this. Of course you do.
Okay.
This is called Stunt Rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorcery.
Let me turn it down a little bit.
Oh, look at this fetus.
Is stunt rock. It's superhuman. Super music. Super magic.
Look at how great this is.
And super amazing. You'll be compelled over the edge of sight and sound, and under the spell of mind-boggling action and music pushed to the danger zone.
Action and music pushed to the danger zone. So you feel like you want to see this yet?
70s and the 80s were a weird fucking time. I watched the original Mad Max over the week, and like it's so different than what the movie.
I love this description. Stunt rock is a pure Ozploitation chaos, part rock concert, part stunt reel, part mock doc fever dream. Aussie stuntman Grant Page crashes into LA and teams up with real life glam rock band Sorcery. Yes, with onstage music battles. There's no plot, just fire falls and face melting riffs.
Oh, so it's Jackass before Jackass.
It looks great.
It's a death.
It looks like Jackass
at
before Jackass.
120 decibels.
It's Spinal Tap meets the Fall Guy.
Oh, that gets you arrested.
I've never heard of the band Sorcery. So you think this is better or worse than the Odyssey, Functional?
Better.
It's a rhetorical question because everything's better than the Odyssey.
Holy shit,
Did
they
you
were
hear that
banned for 12
Ben
years.
Shapiro liked it?
Oh, okay. That's
They
pretty
were
great.
banned Sorcery was a band for 12 years from 1975 to 1987.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like stuff like this. It amuses me. I enjoy cringe more than most people do. This is right up my alley.
There's nothing wrong with cringe.
Yeah.
If you get enjoyment out of it, go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever floats my little boat.
Yes, as long as you don't try to pay this off as high cinema.
Oh God,
I'll
no.
live with it.
No. No.
High cinema? No, it's not. Shut up.
You want to see a poorly aged 1970s commercial?
I mean, can we show it without getting in trouble on YouTube?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Okay. Hit that button.
Well, there's a whole bunch of them, but the first one is particularly cringy. Come on, load.
Sooner or later, you're going to try a White Owl, and when you do,
Jesus.
we got you. Maybe we'll get you with the Great White Owl flavor.
You're gonna
or the
get Cosby.
mildness, or one of the Great White Owl shapes.
Gonna get
like
a hot
this
Cosby.
New Yorker. But we're going to get you. You know we're going to get you. It's only a matter of time. And then we're going to get him, White Owl. We're going to get him. White Owl.
Yeah, White Owl is his nickname for a hypnol.
Yeah. Let me get you.
Yeah, there's a bunch of great things. So we already saw this this Ford commercial, and I think we thought we were gonna get this is for a Ford deal. Did you see this one, Sora?
I don't think so.
I'll play a little.
Gas plus a $100 gift certificate from Penny's. Buy lots of beads, or you can apply to purchase. You want to know how? Come with me to my teepee.
Oh God, that's so bad.
Oh God, I can't. It hurts.
It's so bad. Okay, yeah, here's some family time with O.J. Simpson.
Hey, Jay. You know, I grew up in California, so naturally I got to know a little something about sunglasses. And that's why I wear polarized Foster Grants.
And
especially
gloves.
when I drive. Because nothing cuts through glare better than these.
Yeah.
Of course, another reason I wear polarized Foster Grants is they look so good.
And people don't recognize me when I wear them.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
What I
there's
really
just-
like is my Henkel's kitchen
Yeah.
knife.
I mean, there's just so many great commercials in here. Just so many great commercials. Sorry, I love this shit. Okay.
Yeah, I do too.
Bring back John Wayne as Genghis Khan. That was Jay Blizzard in chat.
And, well, Shatner's done some pretty amazing stuff too.
Oh, absolutely.
We have Shatner. So Functional.
Yes.
I found a tribute to John Williams. It is 2 hours and 15 minutes of all things John Williams being performed, and it's actually pretty good. They've got not every single thing that he ever did, but it covers a lot of his stuff. stuff from Catch Me If You Can, Harry Potter, E.T., Witches of Eastwick, Superman, Jurassic Park. What is that? DrFunctional. I can't remember what that one is. Skep, help me with German. Translate that.
Jaws.
What?
Oh, Jaws.
I Googled it.
Okay, yeah, that would be DrFunctional. Okay. Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. They're Dafter Freuen. Okay.
The tango. The turtle.
Krieg der oh, cool. Imperial March, all that sort of good stuff. But yeah, you said you like John Williams. There's a ton of his stuff out there that other orchestras and of course stuff that he's conducted too. If you and I find this ARD Classic channel, KLASSIK, has a lot of great stuff kind of along these lines, sort of entertainment crossover type stuff. This is a good channel. I recommend it. They've got good stuff.
ARD Classic.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks, sir.
They do a lot of cool stuff. God, I'm trying to remember. I think this is the same one that did some stuff from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly and a bunch of other things. But of course they do straight up classical too. This is a good classical channel. You should check it out. Anyway, tribute to John Williams, check. So we all like, well, I think we all like Rick Beato and his sort of comments on music things.
A lot.
And there's also reaction channels like The Charismatic Voice. And some of those things are interesting, like seeing The Charismatic Voice respond to Iron Maiden. Is like she's kind of surprised as a classically trained person watching why can I not remember his name? The singer for Iron Maiden. Help me, people.
I'm trying to think of
Sorry.
protested
Not
so
my
bitterly
genre.
for not being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I can't think of it.
Okay, doesn't matter. So anyway, so I watched these sort of things. I watched this guy, a little bit of this guy. So he's supposedly a Gen Z music producer, and he's been covering a whole bunch of stuff like ELO and all these things. And he seems to be completely blown away by the quality of the music production of these things. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, how have you not heard this stuff before being a music producer? And why is it surprising to you that in the past, before we had digital stuff and After Effects, that people actually paid attention to where microphones got placed? Like people knew, oh, I need to use a balanced XLR connection and I need to not run it parallel to the power cord. I need to,
you know, that he legitimately has not heard these before.
I don't know. I don't know what I believe. I don't know if it's an act, but the one thing,
what I think is that he's had a normal life, so he's heard these things. It's just that he says, hey, I can have a channel, and instead of doing honest work, I can react to this stuff, film myself doing it, and make a lot of money doing that. And he is doing that economically rational thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think he's.
I mean, on the plus side, he's covering some great stuff. His comments are fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody giving Gen Z a gentle introduction to the better bits of classic
Senpai,
rock.
Same thing.
Who?
You know, when Ellen Senpai, you know, she's turning the children on to Pink Floyd and Moody Blues and, you know, interesting music from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah. So I think that Rick is probably the apex because he does such a good job with all of his interviews and stuff. That recent interview he did, this Billy Joel one, is absolutely top notch. This is a great interview.
One of the best interview. Prospero posted that, and didn't she, or did you?
Well, I posted it in Fine Arts. She posted it in our little 3-person chat. You know, the secret one that nobody knows about, where we talk about old people stuff like Geritol and Social Security.
This was an amazing interview. It was. I sat and watched it, just almost hardly breathing. Just watched it absolutely motionless.
It's
great conversation all the way through.
It is easy to diminish somebody like this if you don't know what a great songwriter the guy was. And he may have produced a lot of music that might not be to everybody's taste. I freely admit that he's got some great music to sing along to in the car. He's done some really good stuff. And in this interview, this is the first time I've ever seen like a long format interview with him. I was really surprised just kind of how much depth the guy actually had.
Oh yeah.
And that's on me. That's me just being ignorant and not realizing.
He has real musical chops all the way to the bone.
And the weird thing is Rick Beato is such a good interviewer.
Yes.
Like he knows exactly how to approach these talented, famous people in a way that draws stuff out of them. So many people are not good at interviewing.
And especially, a hyper talented, potentially touchy interview like Billy Joel or that type of person. And Rick Beato is absolutely unintimidating.
I'll just give you a little taste of it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Just before the chorus happens, and you're, what is it? It's an E flat major, 7, F major, D over F sharp, right? And all these little key changes that happen in there, in addition to that, give the song lift. And then I love the way that the song jumps up. Those
so many interviewers are such asshats. It's like, it's so great to have somebody who knows what he's talking about.
Leaps like that, to me, make the melody so memorable, and it's beautiful. Are those things that you just kind of naturally gravitate towards?
I think playing the chords inspired the melody. It seemed like a natural.
And that is so beautifully mic'd. This video, the color grading is spotless. The audio work is spotless. This is a really well-produced piece of video.
Rick Beato does work.
I mean, he should be proud of himself. I mean, this is a 5.74 million subscriber channel, but his production team is punching way over its weight. Anyway.
We should form a Rick Beato appreciation.
Yeah, let's all fluff Rick Beato because his ego doesn't. Yeah. Anyway, let's see.
Moving right along.
Okay, so here I have under music/Gen Z, and my comment on this kid is all right. This gives me hope, this video right here.
Hey, Cotter, what are you doing?
Well, I got these MIDI boards from France, and I wired them all up. So we have all the wires coming from the power supply and the notes going in there. They're daisy chained together. We've got the main wire coming in from the wall. This is the power supply now. Then we have all these wires coming through. We have about 75 different wires. Then we have a big connector that'll go to the bass wind chest when that gets built. And then we have the wind line coming out from the reservoir, which is now living under the table. I've also wired it via MIDI, so it connects to the reed organ as well. This one runs on vacuum, and this one runs on pressure. So if you press this,
You hooked it up to your iPad?
wirelessly.
Wireless. Dude, that's amazing.
I mean, forget the volcano science fair thing. That is so great.
That's pretty cool.
That's the maker shit I want to see. Oh, I just got some MIDI boards in from France. I'm going to build a MIDI controlled wireless pipe organ in my in my living room.
Because I can.
I think Connor's going to be just fine.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes me happy. Good job, Connor.
Yep.
We're not all doomed.
Tesla.
I hate to break it to you, Connor. You're going to be taking care of the rest of us.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Please innovate away.
Yeah.
Things solved. We have, no more scarce resources.
So, Serenity's probably gone. Yeah.
But not forgotten.
So who here knew that Ben Affleck wasn't an idiot? I mean, I never thought he was particularly stupid, but I didn't think he was this smart. Okay, Netflix paid $587 million in cash when it purchased Ben Affleck's AI startup Interpositive. The company disclosed in a federal filing. So Functional, you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, Interpositive tools allow filmmakers to build an AI model using production dailies to help enhance post-production work such as mixing, relighting shots, and adding visual effects, foregoing typical visual generative efforts.
Mm-hmm.
That seems pretty smart. I think taking the dailies and feeding it into an AI model and then using that to help with a lot of that post-production work or post-shooting work is probably a really good idea. But I didn't think Ben Affleck's name was going to be all over it.
I don't know. It just seems more and more like I'm surprised that they're doing something like that, especially when that won't that get rid of people's jobs. I don't know.
Oh, it'll totally get rid of people's jobs. You know, they make these movies, they spend hundreds of millions of dollars, and a lot of that money isn't salaries and it isn't craft services. It's paying to have people do all this sort of stuff. So if you cut that stuff in half, a $300 million Peter Jackson movie might become a $200 million movie. So
yeah, and I don't think it'll replace things like, you know, the Peter Jacksons of the world. It might become a little bit more rare, and a scary, especially with how badly Hollywood's been doing.
Well, I don't think it's going to replace all those people. I mean, it's going to replace half of those people probably. So when you watch the movie credits and you see all these names scrolling by when you sit there for 12 minutes, so I'm one of those people that likes to watch the credits. A lot of those visual
There might be an Easter egg in there.
Well, a lot of those visual effects people are not going to have jobs at some point. Of course, it's kind of terrible, shitty, not well paid work to begin with. It's pretty grueling. So I don't know. I'm not saying that they're being unemployed as a favor, but I didn't really expect Ben Affleck to be making $587 million selling an AI company. That was not on my bingo card for today. But you know all. I mean, you know all this stuff, the work that they have to do to make a movie. Just filming it is just the beginning. Especially in the modern stuff with all these special effects that go in.
The post-production is what takes all the time.
Yeah, well, you look at a movie like Pixels. Imagine how much easier it would have been to do the post-production on that if you had AI tools that made your job half as hard. Yeah. Even movies that don't really have obvious special effects have a ton of special effects behind them.
Truly.
Like color grading just by itself is a huge task. And so
yes, exactly. Very common.
Yeah, what do I know? I'm just a guy talking about stuff on a Saturday night with his friends. Okay. So also AI. Let's see if it's going to load. Bear grocery chain will use AI facial recognition on shoppers.
Supermarket chain is rolling out a controversial new way to prevent theft. Grocery Outlet is implementing facial recognition technology in several of its Bay Area stores. So it's aimed at stopping shoplifters before they even make it through the front door. So our Maddie White is live at the Pleasant Hill Bargain Market with a look at how it works. It sounds interesting, Maddie, but I'm hearing
she's
that
trying
some
so hard.
shoppers are
She's been to
split on
new
how they
school.
feel
Let's
about
watch
it. Tell us
Maddie.
about it.
They absolutely were, Juliet.
Smile, Maddie.
Most recent FBI crime data shows that shoplifting in California is at an all-time high, and that we're now.
Oh God, she's got such a bad case of news voice. Now, I know that you guys are probably familiar with some of the cases of people who've actually spent time in jail for trespassing. Like this one guy actually got taken to jail and booked and was in jail for several days because a casino claimed that their AI software had identified him. He produced a real ID, which is the one that's hard to get, that's supposed to be good enough to travel with instead of a passport. He produced all the documentation. He wasn't the guy, nothing, but he ended up spending time in jail because the AI pegged him. So now we've got, at a discount supermarket, AI stopping people at the door based on its ability to supposedly recognize suspects, usual and otherwise. It does definitely have kind of a bad bad optics to it, don't you think? No?
I don't know. It feels like you're gonna run into some serious problems, something like this.
Well, they're scanning everybody going into the store. Every single person going into the store is getting scanned, and there's a facial ID thing. The possibility that this information will be sold and shared and used for it's going to be used for other things. I would like to see some kind of guardrails on this kind of data.
Almost impossible to do, like in guardrails on the.
Yeah. Well, not with this much money involved. Nobody wants to slow this shit down.
Very little motivation to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Nobody will act with much responsibility.
Go ahead, Sora.
I suppose you can people can say like, well, I'm not going to shop there anymore, but if it's going to be your only grocery store or whatever, I don't know.
This is a grocery store that isn't sort of this is usually in larger areas. This isn't going to be a food desert type of thing that's going to get created here. But I find it to be vaguely unsettling.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
We are going to lose all our privacy. It's going to happen in our lifetime. Maybe even in my lifetime.
So I've tried to explain AI without getting into a big, long conversation about it. And I found a little 60-second thing from the Perimeter Institute, which I think does a really good job of explaining it. So I'm going to show this now. I apologize if everybody here already knows all this stuff, but I think this does a really good job of describing how this works.
So this is a classic way to torture a large language model. A boy and his father are in a car accident, and the father is sadly killed. The boy is rushed to the hospital, where he is taken to the operating room. Upon seeing him, the surgeon exclaims, "I can't operate on him. He's my son. How is this possible?" Of course, this is an incredibly classic problem that the large language model has read perhaps 1 million times on the internet, and it answers it very well. The classic answer is that the surgeon is the boy's mother. The riddle became famous because many people unconsciously assumed the surgeon was male, even though nothing in the story says that.
We're all with me so far on this, right? I mean, everybody's heard this riddle, I assume.
The model being clever, but it's not that impressive because it's seen this version thousands of times before in its training set. A boy and his mother in a car accident, and the mother is sadly killed. The boy is rushed to the hospital, where he is taken to the operating room. Upon seeing him, the surgeon, open parenthesis, who is the boy's father, close parenthesis, exclaims, "I can't operate on this child. He's my son. How is this possible?" And the large language model says, the surgeon is the boy's mother, his other parent. The riddle plays on the assumption that the surgeons are typically male, which leads people to overlook the possibility that the surgeon is the boy's mother. And of course, the reason is telling you something about the way these things are trained. It has seen this standard version of it thousands of times in its training set. Till somebody invented this to torture large language models, it has probably never seen this version. And so it just sort of snaps to the standard version.
Yeah, it just tells you what it thinks is supposed to come next based on what it's seen before thousands or millions of times. AI doesn't do any actual thinking. There's no I in AI, not the large language model stuff that's going on. That's basically the issue. So I thought that was a pretty good explanation. It definitely gets the point across. I confuse AI all the time by asking it questions that it hasn't seen before. It gets very sad when it runs into me too often. It's largely useless for me, although it makes a pretty good search engine. If you just follow through and see the links that identify, sometimes you get really lucky.
Yep.
Yeah. And I run local large language models on my Mac Studio, and they're actually pretty helpful occasionally. But it did remind me. You guys ever heard of a TV show called Name That Tune?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking of Name That Tune, and that's sort of the way this AI thing works, right?
There, and it does. So for $100, listen and name that tune.
That's basically all the AI model's doing. It gets the first few notes. It says, yeah, I've heard that before. And then it just spouts off. It's nothing. It doesn't have any actual insight behind it. AI doesn't explain things. It doesn't, and it certainly doesn't create anything real. It just takes other people's work and regurgitates it. I don't know. Not a fan. But if you're going to have a repetitive task like the things in the movie production stuff, using an AI and training it how to do something that you do over and over and over again for movie production, that's going to, I can see why Netflix paid hundreds of millions of dollars to Ben Affleck for that tool. That totally makes sense to me. Okay. Hey, Canadians.
Yes.
So I found this thing here, which is fairly famous. It's from like 10 years ago. So this is U.S. swimming fans instantly unite to sing the national anthem when the singer's microphone fails. Oh, sing that. Which is wonderful. It's nice that the whole crowd kicked in. But what I didn't expect to see was this. American fans step in to help sing the Canadian anthem.
Our home and native.
This is in Detroit.
Hatred, love. With glowing.
Oh, sorry, it was Buffalo.
Strong and from far and wide, okay, and on guard, glory.
Good job, Buffalo.
Half those people are Canadian anyway, but yeah, it's awesome.
It still counts.
I hate it when they boo the national anthem. You want to boo when the players come out? You know, like it's a rivalry, it's sport. Like you want to boo the players, boo the team. I don't fucking care. Stop booing the fucking national anthem, you retards.
I did find one with Canadians singing the American national anthem. No booing. But it was from, I don't know, like 20, it was from like 2016. It was before things got really, really bad, you know, and divisive. Yeah.
It's very embarrassing when that happens.
Yeah.
Well, you want to talk about cringe. That's just cringe. People hate things for no particularly good reason. And this is just, it's just stupid. So this crowd in Buffalo, I mean, obviously random Americans don't know the words to the Canadian national anthem. I don't. I mean, I have a really good memory for music, but I don't know all of it. I always just make up my own lyrics. Yeah, it was just like, oh, Canada, our hills are full of trees. I just come up with new lyrics for it. It's fine. But the fact that they all sang along with gusto, that was nice. I like that. I wanted to make sure both of you were here before I played that, so I'm glad you both showed up. Let's see. I was under patriotism. Let's see.
Good topic, Heather.
Yeah, good topic, Heather. So this is under feels good, and I know it's silly because they're not actually playing the instruments, but here you go, Sora.
Oh. Oh. I grew up on Hammy the Hamster and stuff, so I love this. Oh. Excellent use of someone's free will and time.
Good job, Japan. I would stop it, but I don't want to get shanked by Sora.
Go ahead, it's fine. Oh, is it an ad?
Yeah.
They drench. Oh, what is it for? Hold on. Play it. Okay, that's cute.
Yeah. A
Also,
clever.
it's a UK. It's a UK ad.
That was like a Japanese channel. It's still cute.
It's excellent.
I mean, we all know that the hamsters don't actually play tiny clarinets, but we can dream. It's
They
like
don't?
it's like the house hippo, right, Sora?
Okay.
You know, you don't want to just be no fun and yeah, I don't want to be the kid that runs around telling little kids that Santa Claus isn't real.
Late.
I'm not going to be that guy.
Too late.
Okay, so functional, this is for you. Now, I don't think this is as cool as the jet bike. Remember that jet bike that the guy?
Yes.
Yeah, that was. Okay, I think that's the apex, but this is pretty good too. Let her run. I would totally fly one of these things given the opportunity. So I think they're going to like start playing Quidditch or something in these things. So they've got enough of these running around that they can actually make like a little squadron and do a demonstration with the pylons. God, that thing is maneuverable.
Pretty fun.
I mean, I don't care if it's a prototype. I would happily get behind the controls of one of those things. I'm going to kill the sound because it's a bit heavy-handed with the canned music. But, man, this is a great time to be alive, isn't it? That looks like a lot of fun to me. But the jet
They
bike...
start playing Quidditch, I'm going to start shooting them down.
I feel like all this sort of this is all a little too canned. I want to see a good Quidditch game with these guys.
Absolutely.
But that does look really cool.
That does look like
You know, this thing's probably like $200,000 or some crazy stupid
They
amount
are.
of money.
Look at the giant pylons. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, that would.
What was the little ball in is a snitch? Is that the thing in Quidditch? The snitch?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like a Harry Potter expert. Anyway, this is cool. I want more of that. Let's see.
Hell yeah.
Let's see, where are we for time? Oh, actually, we're doing okay. How about this? This is fun.
Air Force regulation says you couldn't get within 20 miles of a thunderstorm. This is one of the reasons why. Static electricity builds up on the windshield of the aircraft because of the electrical storm, and it causes St. Elmo's fire. And this is one of the best examples I've ever seen of this phenomenon.
If I was flying that plane, I would be making a mess. That looks terrifying. I mean, I get that it's kind of no big deal, but it looks terrifying, Skep.
It looks like a very big deal.
It looks like a big deal. It looks like I should be worried. Yeah, it looks like I should definitely be worried. Let's see. So this is one of my favorite channels, Programmers Are People Too. I've shown this in the past, the Emacs thing. So this is called How Linux Found You.
Ah, I see you're using Windows. So you like spyware? What? You realize you don't actually own that machine, right?
No, I bought it for $400, dude.
I guess renting your operating system forever does feel cheap at first. What? You like it when Microsoft installs update on your computers? Do you like Bing? Bing? How's Bing going for you? You don't really know what's going on your computer, do you? What? Can you access the kernel? No. Yeah, well, it's fine. Just give your data away for free. You know, I can run the same system on a $50 ThinkPad and a 128-core server. Do you like being enslaved by the chains of capitalism?
Come on, I'm done.
Do you like being boxed in by somebody else's definition of user experience? My system runs on 400 MB idle. You know, I have full control over my system top to bottom. Yeah, now my machine runs games. Yeah.
It's so awesome.
It's
That's the best.
it's like having it's like a vegan almost. It's like, yeah, I told you about tofu. Would you like to hear about veganism? I can make a cheesecake. It's just as good as your cheesecake, except no animals were exploited or killed. I like this. I actually like all of his videos, especially that Emacs thing. That just about killed me. I use Emacs every day. I literally do.
Nothing wrong with that.
Emacs is great.
As long as you know how to use it.
Oh, here's a thing on the versatility of A10 Warthog loadouts.
This is why commanders in the field love the Hog, and it should never go away because you can put so many things on it. Like 16 GBU 39 small diameter bombs. One Hog dropped 45 of them over the Strait of Hormuz. Or 10 500.
Man, if you forget the BERT, you look up and you see that. Jesus.
Yourself.
Yeah.
100-pound bombs, usually GBU 54 laser JDAMs. One Hog dropped 2 of them, sank 2 ships with it. But this is a cool capture, and I don't know who got it. But this is the shockwave of the projectile coming out of the barrel and the projectile's personal shockwave. Great photo. This is why.
Yeah. Gotta love the A10. What a beautiful piece of equipment to have on our side.
Extra tank in the air.
It sure is.
It's better than a tank in the air. It's a really fast tank.
Hey, you want to see some?
They make jokes about it being slow, but it's actually very fast.
Well, that's the thing. Is like it's slow compared to what, boys? The F-35, the
That thing
F-22,
comes
no shit.
That thing comes in low-level attack mode. You get fucked very quickly.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it's only after you're dead that you hear the.
Well, I'm glad you're back, Serenity.
Absolutely.
Yo.
Well, you know the Chinese buildings that keep falling over. Did you hear about the building in New York that's having problems?
Yeah, but it hasn't fallen.
Well, yeah, not yet.
A skyscraper scare.
Oh, speaking of news voice, Jesus. Calm down, lady.
On the 21st floor of a midtown Manhattan construction site, the discovery
The old
of
Pfizer
structural
building.
columns bent. The building compromised, sending first responders right.
Okay, but the main thing is, aside from her lovely voice, is those columns being just like screwed up. Now,
So,
yeah.
have they said what's happened? Oh,
Well,
there we go.
it's
You're
sort
just
of it's sort of buckling, and it took me a while to figure out. It's like, why is this going on? Why all of a sudden? Okay, so they took this old Pfizer headquarters building in New York, which apparently Skep has been in, and
spent a month in that building in 1980.
So it's your fault. So yeah. You
I
just
really did.
You just etched your name in that column over and over and over again.
You left a ham sandwich near it, and it gained
Yeah.
sentience and started eating the metal.
So they're taking this old corporate headquarters and they're trying to turn it into housing. So what they did was they put an additional 10 stories on top of this thing.
Oh, that was fucking stupid.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, the initial news reports were lacking in terms of the amount of information. So the engineering firm that put together the plans for this thing said, hey, you have to wrap these columns with steel and tie it into the structure in a very specific sort of way. And when they went and looked at the video of showing what was going on in the building, they say, you did not follow the instructions at all. So
nowhere close. Right.
Yeah. To compensate for the extra 10 stories you put on top of this thing, there were things you were supposed to do first, and you did not do them. This is like some China level bullshit, isn't it?
No. China's would already be, the building would already be down.
Yeah. Yeah, they did not follow the instructions. These are supposed to be steel reinforced. All of these columns are supposed to be reinforced. It's not surprising that the building is trying to fall down after adding 10 more stories to the top of it without doing the other work. So this is kind of it's a bit of an oopsie.
It's almost like old buildings. Old buildings you should try to make taller. Just leave them alone.
And they really changed the shape of it. I'm looking at it. That's not how the building looked when I was there.
Yeah, that's not the way it was when you were there.
Not at all.
No.
That whole,
Skep,
that
if
whole
you
thing
have
on the right was added, and that it's like a 7. The number 7 was added.
I feel like, Skep, if you have pictures of the cities you've been in back in the times before all this bullshit started to happen, we need to have like an old timey slideshow with Skep.
I need a list of every place Skep has been so I can just, I'll know what to ask about.
Well, but still, like, we need slideshows of some of this shit. Like, I want to see some of this crap. I want to see the old school because I didn't really get to see a lot of it because I wasn't born yet.
Do you mind if I show the picture of you in that magazine, Skep?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that my name is Frank Mancy, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
So here's Skep in Computer World from March 24th of 1997.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Colonial Savings, Frank Mancy. Java makes the internet manageable. Corba makes the data accessible. What a great combination. What is it? It's common object.
Microsoft in the eye so hard.
What is it? Common object resource broker. What was the A in that?
Common object. Let's see. Common object something.
It was basically a data interchange format, is what it is, and it was like
relational No, not relational. Something broker.
Yeah.
Common object request broker architecture.
Okay, I mean, and the whole thing was,
that's what it was.
If you have machine A and you have machine B, and you want them to exchange data, they may have differences in terms of how they encode strings, binary data, floating points, and to be able to exchange data between different agents that use different internal representations, you can't just send the bits over the wire. You have to actually normalize it into this standard, and that's all that Corba does. Is it gives you a way of letting different types of systems talk.
Way
of course they do. They embrace Corba and then extend it for your pleasure. Embrace and extend. Embrace and extend.
And then not write any standards for their own standards.
Yeah.
God.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Anyway, I went ballistic on the front page.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've got a whole bunch of stuff, but I think most of it can wait. Anybody have anything else they want to talk about?
No. Did you hear about Jimothy
Jimothy?
of Seattle?
Is that Timothy Chalamet and Jimmy Neutron? What is that?
He's a cryptid living in Seattle.
No.
Oh yeah, Jimothy, the little raccoon, little freakazoid. Yeah.
He's the new hero of the day. I love him so much.
Have we got a picture?
I'll get you.
I don't have a picture.
Hold on a second. I'll get you one. I don't.
Well, I mean, one we can put on the show.
Yeah. There you go, Harry. It's in the side chat.
Oh my. Okay.
It's from UPI, so hopefully it's something.
Okay, Seattle's round raccoon, Jimothy. What the hell is that?
Poor little deformed little motherfucker.
Jimothy, he's so sweet.
That is messed up.
What am I looking at?
That is a very weird looking raccoon.
That is a very inbred raccoon.
It looks like it's doing an impression of a chicken.
He looks like a Pomeranian and a raccoon had a baby.
Oh, he has a congenital spine deformity?
He was in a raccoon production of Phantom of the Opera.
Wow.
There you go.
All right.
I love him.
I have one more thing for you. It's just a video which I enjoyed. So you can save this for later. It may come in handy in other parts of your life.
Hey man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up. I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up. Hey.
On that note, this has been your Minutes of Zoo for Saturday. Thank you, panel. Thank you, chat. The zoo is, in fact, closed. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.